a back-to-back scenario. What might you expect them to do in this evening's contest?
I mean, we're not even looking at it as a back-to-back for them. We're focused on us bringing our best game, our best version, more consistently. We started off the game in Utah, with the right disposition defensively, and then they started to wear us down with the ball movement, our turnovers, and then it got away from us in the second half. So we're looking to bounce back and have a better game against Clippers tonight.
Yeah, obviously tonight you want to limit their runs and your turnovers like you just mentioned. Like the last time with them, it's pretty much you were right in that game with the Clippers the last time, right down to the end.
Yeah, we jumped out to, whatever it was.
18.
17-point lead, 18, yeah, and they took the lead and went up by, 15, and then we crawled back into the game in the last 3-4 minutes. But the guys really stepped up, particularly some of the guys that had been playing big minutes, Gabe and Max both had moments in that game. Precious played well in that game. So you'll see, something actually a little bit similar. We'll be closer to full strength than we were that game, but it looks like tonight they'll be playing with a similar type of roster that we saw in Miami.
Yeah, with that in mind, you've seen them without George or Leonard or Beverly the first time. Does that help you that it's not that long ago that you faced them without all of them to get a fresh take on what others can do when Kawhi or Paul or Beverly are not in that lineup?
It doesn't matter. We're trying to get to a more consistent level of play, regardless. Yeah, we're familiar. We saw the film. We prepared this morning at walkthrough for all the different possibilities of guys being, Paul George or Kawhi being available and then them not being available. It doesn't matter. We have to impose our will, and consistency has been something that, we're trying to build on. We saw it during the last few games at home. We weren't that consistent against Utah. We paid the price. So we all want to be better tonight.
Well, obviously Utah's a very good outside shooting team that has the ability to do a lot of things inside. With the Clippers, it seems whoever they have out there, I know Leonard leads the league in 2-point baskets, but they have 9-10 different players who shoot the three extremely well. Isn't everybody, them on their team, a threat from beyond the arc?
Yeah, they have a great shooting team. First or second in 3-point shooting and open shooting, depending on what metric you look at, but they're a great shooting team. And then without Paul George and Kawhi, they get up to even more threes. And they're particularly dangerous with the corner threes, Batum, and go on down the, Morris on down the line. They're great open shooters, and we have to take, that challenge. One, we have to improve in that area, which we have been, the last couple of weeks. But two, we really have to make these guys put the ball on the floor and make other plays into shooting open jump shots. Their difference between open threes versus contested threes is, over a 15% difference, which is very significant in this league. So you can't afford to give them open ones.
Yeah, last night alone, Morris had 4 threes, yet Williams with 30 points and 10 assists. Where are they different offensively without some of their better players, yet so explosive? Because I noticed they had 31 assists in last night's game against Cleveland.
Yeah, they have a lot of veteran guys. So Lou Will obviously will be a big part of how they generate offense. He's extremely tough to, keep him off the free throw line, and two, to corral him. He has such a knack for scoring. Morris will get more opportunities. Batum has been a number one guy before. Ibaka's been, a scorer for them, and Kennard has had some very good moments this year. So we have great respect for them. They've been able to handle absences, and still have one of the best records in the league. So we know that they're used to it, and they're not going to make any excuses for it.
And the free throw line that you brought up, 17 free throws for you guys as a team on Saturday, 12 by Jimmy, none for Bam. And I can think that you guys had 31 in a game against the Knicks last week, and here's Utah getting 29 from the line. I know it's always a critical part of the game, but Bam took 17 shots. For your team to succeed in a game like this, do you have to get to the line more?
Well, yes, and it's a little bit deeper than that. We are an aggressive attacking team first and foremost.
Right.
But I say it all the time. Everything has to work together. It's a symbiotic relationship. Our attackers have to have the space and the detail and the assertiveness to be able to break the defense down, and that's Jimmy, Bam, Tyler, and it could be off cuts as well. But then our three-point spacing and shooting also has to work hand in hand to be able to open up those lanes. So if we shoot over 43s and they're good looks from inside out, extra ball movement, those are things that are in our wheelhouse as well.
Thanks as always. Always appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Okay, thanks, Tommy.
BC head coach Erik Spoelstra. Let's welcome back Jonathan Zaslow. One of the more effective offensive players in the Miami lineup the other night. Kendrick Nunn, 23 points, 8 of 15, shooting 4 threes. 5 games in February, Zaz. He's hitting 51% from the floor, 39.5 from 3. Are we starting to see the consistency we hoped we would see from him this year?
Yeah, I mean, this is the guy he was for the first few months of last season. And even in a game like Saturday night against Utah that the Heat can't win, I think we wind up looking back in a couple of months from now and say, hey, remember that road trip, remember that stretch, even in a loss in a game like against the Jazz where Kendrick was able to keep a good rhythm in the fourth quarter. It may have been garbage points, but it's going to wind up paying off for this team moving forward because it really seems like Kendrick's in a great rhythm.
Even though the Jazz game was long gone by the time it got to the fourth quarter, Max Strus comes off the bench, 6 of 9, shooting 3 of 6 from deep. Are we starting to see something here where he might be considered sort of more of a rotation player, given what he gives you offensively?
Well, it seems like it because here's the thing, okay? He appears to be a competent defender as well,
yes.
All right? He's willing to step in and take a charge, all right? If he could wind up helping out on the glass a little bit, because he doesn't do much else statistically right now outside of the scoring and the hitting threes. The defense is important. The next phase is to, can you help out, your bigs, grab a few rebounds, contribute in that department. But the fact that he's a good defender, it seems, that's going to help continue to earn him minutes.
Hey, Heat fans, Speak the Truth is a series of short video diaries featuring some of the most prominent voices of the Heat organization, from Alonzo Mourning to Caron Butler to Bam Adebayo to Shane Battier. Their stories offer a glimpse into the shared experiences of growing up black in America. Log on now to heat.com/Black Lives Matter to hear those stories and shop the Court Culture collection of shirts created to financially benefit 2 organizations dedicated to the fight for social justice. For this and other stories, log on to heat.com/Black Lives Matter. Still ahead, keeping the Clippers anchored at the dock. You're listening to the Miami Heat Basketball Network.
Hear ye, a new lunchtime challenger has entered the fray. Introducing Papadias. Folded crispy flatbreads filled with milky cheese, juicy meat, and tangy sauce for just $6. And behold, the newest member of the scrunchy court, the grilled buffalo chicken papadia with grilled chicken and zesty buffalo sauce that kicks like a jousting lance to the tongue. For a mere $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Note down the discounts, fees, and taxes extra. Prices may vary.
Good Greek moving and storage. The superhero movers.
Hey, it's the Good Greek Spiron. For decades, South Florida has trusted me with their moving and storage needs. And now I'm proud to announce that Good Greek is the official mover of the Miami Heat. So when it's time for you to move, make it the best move ever. Dial ** Greek for yourself or go to goodgreek.com. Good Greek Moving and Storage, the official mover of the Miami Heat.
Good Greek moving and storage. The superhero movers.
Heat Nation, Fox Sports Sun is the home of Heat basketball. And the Bam, he put it in! Yes! Catch every second of every game as your hometown team battles the NBA's best. Also, before and after each game, check out Heat Live with Jason Jackson for coach and player interviews, plus insight from the Fox Sports Sun team you know and trust. Butler for 3. He got it! Jimmy Butler! Fox Sports Sun. Oh my! Oh yes! Home of the Heat.
In this city, there's a little bit of everything. Maybe a cafecito to get the day going. Some jerk chicken for lunch. Woo, spicy. How about stone crabs for dinner? Yum! In Miami, we like to mix it up. That's why Popular Bank stays committed to making dreams happen through every step of life, with checking and savings plans, personal financing, and more. Because here, deciding what to eat is just the beginning. Visit popularbank.com or stop by a branch today. Popular Bank, our bottom line is you. All loans are subject to credit review and approval. Popular Bank, member FDIC.